To be honest with you, it's just like whether or not I want to do a certain, um, I don't know, I guess it's whether or not I want to stay in the field.
Okay.
It's more like psychology
Sure.
based. I mean, I don't know. It's just, I have my BSW, so I guess I just always want to be a social worker.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like I'm kind of cool.
So right now you have done social work for a long time, always wanted to be a social worker. And it seems like you're not totally set on psychology, your internship with if you want to pursue that or not.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what do you like about it there? What are some of the good things? Maybe some of the attributes that you can kind of relate to that, I don't know, maybe some of the values that they have there or some of your values. Do either of those kind of coincide at all?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like I did a journal in class, in field class, and it was reflecting upon like our values and like how it kind of goes with your profession, you know, and maybe it highlights certain areas that you want to work in a way if you want to look at it that way. But you know, I guess for me, it's like my values are like transparency.
Yeah. Okay.
Privacy and like honesty.
Those are good values.
Yeah, and I sometimes feel like I struggle with, and I'm not critiquing, like I'm not critiquing, but I sometimes struggle with the thought of a polygraph testing, you know, and treatment. It's just like, you know,
because what you're doing, it's for you personally, it doesn't seem, it kind of contradicts your values a little bit.
Well, I kind of think it just contradicts like some of the values of like the autonomy of the client, and just like having kind of letting them, not autonomy, that's the wrong one, but just like kind of like whenever you do a testing, it's kind of, I would put myself in their shoes, and you know, and I get the reasons for it. I'm just speaking from a personal perspective. Like, I kind of just feel like I would already be kind of labeled like someone that is very deceitful.
Okay, so you personally feel like, wait, do you relate to them and their experience, or I guess what is transparency and privacy? Let's talk about that. What are those values and what do they mean to you?
I don't know. I mean, I guess like with mandated reporting, it's something like you have limited confidentiality and treatment, and like I think mandated reporters are very strong and amazing people. You know, and I just think it's a difficult job to undertake because you're really just like, you know, helping others, but you're also to help the community.
Yeah, you're helping protect others. You're helping protect the community from something, and it's a tough thing to do. It's a tough thing to like have to basically say, you know, basically call that person out, and that's a difficult thing to do.
Yeah, that is difficult. And as far as transparency, I don't know. I guess like I need to do a lot more like research on the field because I feel like I'll be clear on every aspect of it.
What you want to do?
Well, just on the basic like testing measures and stuff. It's a lot different from what I'm used to looking at. Not with like burns or back, but like just like some of the distortion scale and like also the static 99.
Okay. So the measures that you have to do they kind of coincide with social work? It sounds like the things you're doing over there, the site testing that you're doing on the offenders is a little different than like kind of what we're learning about or what you've been learning about.
Yeah, I mean it is different, and I don't know, it's just kind of confusing, and then I kind of just feel like I'm not really, I don't really want to be a leader, you know?
I mean, that's a big responsibility. And you were saying earlier about having to be a leader, having to take over someone's company and the responsibility that accompanies that, and whether or not you wanted to do that or not. So where are you now with that, taking on that extra responsibility?
I guess I feel undecided.
That makes sense.
I just feel like I'm more introverted, and I feel like sometimes when you're a leader, you have to be tactful and you have to be charismatic in a way that, like, you could work with a lot of different people.
Okay. So like an extrovert leader as opposed to an introvert leader that leads by example and doesn't necessarily need to like say a lot to communicate a lot or to show that I am a leader and for people to respond to that. And
yeah, and like I'm very detail oriented.
Okay. What does that mean?
I feel like I'm very like I focus on like order, right? And like I like to focus on past conditions more so than like present or future conditions. And sometimes, and Nancy's told me that I was detail oriented, who's my field instructor, and she's process oriented. So the two of us, together as a team, we do
like
really well.
Complement each other.
But if she like doesn't like stay there for a little bit, like I don't know, like I just kind of.
So if she leaves the company, there's like a void there that you're not going to have somebody that compliments you that kind of makes it easier, makes it better.
Yeah.
What does order mean? Order's a value, It's in one of the value cards is order and kind of like structure, but what does order mean?
I guess order is like just like having everything pieced together. I just think it's something that's important. Like also like kind of just clutter. Like I don't really want like clutter in my house.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know. I mean, I'd rather do. I like to write notes and do individual sessions.
You like structure.
Yeah. But I don't like doing group sessions because I feel like there's no structure.
Okay. Is it something that you have to do?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to lead groups. What are some solutions to adding structure to a group so that it coincides with the importance that you place in order and structure and that value in particular? How can you reframe the group, the structure, to make it more orderly or to have more order and whatnot?
I guess just maybe having a low group number, per member, like, not above 6.
So there's a limit there. You're setting a boundary. Are you able to assert that boundary?
Yeah, we're working on it. So we're adding more group times. I guess I just got overwhelmed because there's like 14 people in one group.
That is a lot of people to kind of manage, and are a lot of the people in the groups the offenders that are kind of that's a challenging population to work with.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
challenging.
so having 14 of them in a room, I can see that being very difficult.
It can be difficult just because it's hard to stay on task, you know, because check-ins are long, and I don't know, I mean, I guess for me it's just like, I just prefer like being one-on-one with someone because I
Sure.
feel like I can get a better sense if they're doing okay or whatever versus like group where some people might be uncomfortable to speak, you know, like everybody has different ways that they want to approach like treatment,
Yeah.
you know, so.
And then I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to do individual. Somebody told me one time that having like an effect on one person is good, and having like an excellent group, like a group that goes really well, there's an opportunity there to affect 14 people in a positive way in the same amount of time. I don't know, that's something I've tried to
No, I mean,
kind of view it that way.
that makes sense.
That doesn't
Actually,
take away,
I like that though. Yeah, I mean, that does make sense.
not to take away from the challenge of leading a group, because it's difficult.
No, it is difficult. But, you know, I think it just comes with practice too. The more you do something, the more you feel comfortable with. And, you know, I've come a long way with my, I guess, what practice skills for a group.
Well, what are some of the positives about group right now? What are the things you enjoy about group, and what do you like about group?
I guess it's just like good to have like, you know, a group where it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of their support system in a sense. Most people can't really relate to, like, it's not something that they would go to someone like an acquaintance or something and say what they say that their status basically. So
so the ability to disclose information is a benefit of group that you see, and do they see that too?
Yeah, and I think it helps with like, you know, informing other members of scams because, you know,
What does that mean?
like just scams that, I don't know, just technology has advanced where you can like call from it'll show the number of the sheriff's department,
Okay.
and it's like these people like try to get them to make a lot or try to get a lot of money from them. So it's like,
so the offenders are doing the scams, or the people are
the scammers are
calling
looking
you?
at the registry.
Okay, so
So they have the phone numbers.
Okay.
And then they like say certain things like, oh, you are, you know, you didn't provide this for the registration laws, and they sound very convincing. And, you know, they end up getting scammed, and it's like messed up, you know.
What can you do about that? What are some of the things that you can do to help the offenders, your clients, I guess? What are some of the things you can do to help them prevent that?
Just like be aware, you know, and also reach out. There's a 24-hour number that anyone can call to see if there is a warrant out for your arrest.
Okay. Who do you approach about that? So it's a number, and it's like the police that you would call, or who is that?
I think it's just like an access line to
Okay.
the sheriff's department. I'm not really sure. I kind of forgot
It's
about
okay.
it. Like,
But it exists.
yeah, it exists. Yeah,
So the solution is there.
because a scam hasn't happened in a while, so I kind of forgot. Should have written the number. I think I have it in my book somewhere.
What else do you like about
I don't know. I guess I just whenever I'm in group, I'm like, I wish I was doing individual.
So I just I don't want to be here. This is terrible. So you kind of already go into it with the mindset it's not going to go well, or it's not going to be enjoyable.
I guess I just don't really like speaking like around like more than 6 people,
Okay, so 6 people is the limit.
or like 8.
8?
8
Okay.
the limit.
8? Still a fair number of people. It's still a fair number of people to affect in a group setting, and however long the group is. I mean, you still get that like maximum effect there, and it's a number that you are able to manage without like feeling overwhelmed and possibly enjoying it maybe.
Yeah. I think it mainly that has I mean it is overwhelming, you know, and it's stressful. But I just think it really has to do with just like a preference, just based for my feelings of just being talking. I guess I just don't feel comfortable talking in front of a lot of people.
Did you know that public speaking is the number one fear
Really?
of people?
Yeah, I have that fear. You know, I get nervous. You know, so. But
Well, so what do you do in those situations? And so it's something you want to do more? Is it something you want to be more comfortable with? Or is it one of the reasons that you're considering not pursuing this career as an option?
well, like it's something I want to be more comfortable with, of course.
Sure.
You know, I mean, I think it's important to work on it. But I
So,
don't know.
so how have you changed? How has, over the course of the semester, or the semester, what growth have you noticed in yourself and your ability to lead groups?
I guess just, you know, being able to, you know, read certain things and bring up certain like topics and
Okay.
like, you know, homework assignments that are optional
Okay.
if no one can present. And I don't know. I mean, it's mainly it's a weird process, you know. But
Well, what about in you personally?
um,
What are the strengths you've noticed about yourself that show that you've improved, or show that you're making progress? That sounds like you have been.
I guess like I feel like a strength is being able to like work on enhancing a trait that you want.
Okay.
And
What do you mean
I just feel like I want to have more self-confidence because I think that's where it all lies in. And, you know, in order to be confident, you must have self-awareness, you know, or self-assurance. Self-assurance. And, like, I want to be able to understand every little thing because I'm so focused on details that, like, I kind of miss the big picture.
Yeah. So overthinking it.
Mm-hmm.
So you have all these people. There's a already there's a level of uncomfort in approaching that. Are you worried about it being perfect, or does it have to be perfect? Because that's what it seems like it is, right? It seems like it's, if it's not to the T, if it's not detailed, if it's not ordered, it's like all or nothing.